Oh, y'all know who y'all rocking with. I'm that dark skin one. It's time to lock out with your boy. What's going on, my peoples? How my peoples doing on this Sunday night? I hope everybody blessed and all that. Tonight we got a fire episode locked in, and this story right here coming straight from Rikers Island. You heard? Straight from C95, San Juan, Little Puerto Rico. That's what we call it. So before I get in and I start cursing and all that, we gonna let this thing rock out to past 2 minutes. You heard? Because I want to get that chicken, and I wanna there's a few things I gotta let y'all know. So the reason why I wasn't dropping my prison stories because I tried to hold on until they fully monetized my page, so I could get paid for those stories. Because what I got in the stash is all fire, and I'm like, yo, I don't want to keep on giving away my good, and I'm not gonna get paid for it. You feel me? And so I had to do the little hold back thing and try to put out other content so I could until they was gonna pay me for my content. Well, once I hit like 850, they monetized me, but not like I can't put ads on the videos, and that's where your real money coming at. So that's what I'm waiting on, and we only 100 subscribers away. I need y'all to get me to 100 to that 1,000 subscriber mark by Wednesday. My birthday is Wednesday. I'm turning 36, and it's time to get crazy. You heard? I'm single. No more marriage. No more nothing. We acting bad. You heard? Nah, y'all know the vibes, man. I'm a grown ass man. It's time for me to take life how it is. It's time for me to focus on getting that money. No females. No nothing. Fuck that shit. Oh, you see? Y'all see what I mean? I was at 157 now. But we gonna pray that they let me slide. You heard? All right, it's past that too. Let's lock in. All right, so the year is 2007. Like I said, this is C95. Little. All right, no. I'm gonna let y'all know how I got there, right? So my son was just born. It's 2007. My son was just born, and I'm gonna give y'all all the stories with my first baby mother now too. And one of my exes just hit me up 2 days ago, and she was spying on a nigga on TikTok. So she like, yo, why you don't tell him none of our stories? So she just gave me the go to tell y'all all stories from Allentown. So just know we got heat. I got some fire to get y'all, you heard? But now this situation was, I just had my first kid. This was the world. All I ever wanted was a son or a daughter, so I could have somebody that'll never leave. You feel me? A nigga was dealing with abandonment issues, all type of shit, And this is just a little sideline. If you know you went through some shit in your childhood, like your parents leaving you and them not being there, or you being abused and stuff like that, please go get you some help. And this is all serious, man. This ain't no joking matter, none of that. If you know, and you gonna tell because you'll start seeing behaviors in yourself. We can lie to the whole world, but we can't lie to ourselves. If you ever went through some form of abuse, abandonment, all those things, before they really mess you up, and please take this from somebody who did it messed me up for a while. Go get you some help. All right? Please go get you some help from me. All right. So yeah, this was I was ecstatic. I just had my firstborn. It's lit. We got the spot. I got the girls working. Got my baby moms with me. Got the daughter. I got my son with me. I'm popping. I'm like, yo, yeah. This is the things I like to do. All I needed was my lady and my baby, and we gonna take over this whole world. You heard? And my females that was running it up for a nigga and solid with a nigga. That's all we needed. We was gonna take over the world, right? That's what I thought. Until the cops came in with their own version of the story, right? Well, so me and my first baby moms, we wasn't really like this. Shorty was a kid. You know, Shorty was a kid, I was a pimp, or I thought I was a pimp. Whatever it just wasn't it. You understand? And so Shorty was one of them chicks that she don't like to be told about herself. And I'm one of those guys that's gonna always tell you about yourself. I'm not passive. You understand? And a lot of females want a guy that's passive. I don't care how much they say they want them a big, strong nigga. All these females out here want a nigga they can run over. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. And that's just not my wave at all, you know? So me and Shorty went through it, but at this particular time, I'm in the living room, I'm telling Shorty about herself because she jealous that I got other girls working, but she don't want to work, all type of shit. You understand? Like, it's just all, like, if you got a man handling his business to take care of you, let that man handle his business. Well, not my baby mom. Shorty was real impulsive, so Shorty ain't got nothing on her feet. She probably had on a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. While I'm telling her about herself, Shorty just dip out the crib. So I'm like, what the fuck? This bitch done ran out the crib with nothing on. I'm like, oh my God, this bitch is hot, right? So I'm just thinking Shorty about to dip, or, you know, like let that shit calm down, and then she gonna be alright, she gonna come back, everything gonna be smooth. Well, no. Shorty came back, she had them people with her, you heard? I'm looking at them like this. I got my son right here. I'm like, yo, what up? They like, yo, what's going on? I'm like, man, Shorty ran out the crib. She ain't got nothing on, as y'all can see. What you want me to do? They like, yo, you hit her? No, hell no, I ain't hit her. I'm like, yo, me and her, we ain't fight. I had scratches on me. And so I'm like, yo, we didn't fight. I never put my hands on this time, it's true. And they was like, well, she told us you did. I looked at her, I'm like, yo, you serious? Shorty just like that. Straight face. I'm like, oh, this raggy bitch. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm like, yo, I looked at my arm, and I'm like, yo, look. So they like, look, man, listen. Y'all got a baby. Somebody got to go to jail right now. And if you want to show us that and tell us she did that, then y'all both going to jail. I'm like, he's like, yo, bro, you better think because your baby. So I'm like, yo, nah. In my head, I'm like, yo, I ain't even do nothing. Like, literally, real nigga shit. I'm like, yo, I did not do nothing to her, bro. But my son was just born, you know, and I'm like, yo, you know what? You got it. You got it. Come on, we out of here. So they put the cuffs on me, locked me up, take my stupid ass to jail. I'm like, this is the worst of the worst, right? So, boom, they sent me to Little CMO because I was on the perks and shit, right? So, I told y'all, Rikers Island, when you on those type of drugs and stuff like that, they got to send you to C95 because that's the only building that gives you methadone, Suboxone, shit like that. You understand? So, and it's the only building if you were doing drugs and you got something in your system, they'll detox you off it, right? So that's basically what they was doing. And why I even bring up that part of the story is because this is how it went, right? So I come in, whatever, I go through the intake, go through the whole booking thing. I knew I was going to the island when I went to the bookings and they was like, yo, you got domestic violence. At this time, everybody know at this time, this is when domestic violence was crazy. And this is 2017. Now I know exactly what year this was. This is 2017, not 2007. And so where I was at, y'all. All right, boom, yeah. I get jammed up. They send me to the island. They send me to Two Top in the projects in C95. So now, me not knowing what the perks fully do to you, like the come down and the withdrawal and shit like that, I wasn't educated on that shit because I wasn't doing drugs and shit like that. Before then, I was just smoking weed. So when I get to Rikers Island, for the first 3 days that I'm on the island, that I get placed in my crib, I'm sleep. I'm literally sleeping all day for 3 days straight. Niggas it's lit in the house, but I can't for shake and bake and, put myself out there because I'm sweating, I'm shitting crazy, I'm all type of shit. You understand? And I'm sleeping all day. So niggas in the house is they moving. They moving around me and how can I put it? It was only like 2 niggas that I came in there with that knew me from Brooklyn and knew I was official. Everybody else in the house, and this is an intake house, so it ain't like the killers in there, you understand? It's just a bunch of new niggas and a bunch of niggas who scared to go to other houses, so they stay in intake house, right? But I'm sleeping, so can't nobody really vibe with me. They can't catch my vibe because I'm sleeping for 3 days. So the dude who had the crib was this nigga named... He's a Spanish dude, and a lot of y'all niggas know this nigga. If I forgot his name, it's like Chichi or some shit like that. And the nigga was Spanish. He had braids. His mom's or something like that used to be a captain or some shit. So they stuck him in that crib. A lot of y'all know this nigga. Y'all know this nigga, and we gonna get into how y'all know this nigga, right? So boy got the little crib. It's an intake crib, so all the real G's know what this mean. Nigga, you scared to go such and such. Your mom's a lieutenant, so she stuck you in this intake crib where you gonna have it easy at. Which is cool, alright, cool. You got your little, you shaking and bake how you want to shake and bake. Fuck it. That's how you do it. I did the same thing, to be honest with you, right? So, alright, boom. And then I get all the shit out of my system, right? I get all the shit out of my system. I'm feeling better. It's time for Rocky to pop up. Oops. Now I'm really seeing who I'm around. Like, yo, I'm in here with a bunch of bozos. Boom. So now I'm looking like, yo, I gotta regulate this shit. So now I start forming my little team together. I grabbed one of my mans, grabbed another of my mans. I'm like, yo, look, this is what we doing. We about to take this whole shit over, right? Now the nigga who had the crib, he seen it. Once I popped up out that little withdrawal shit, he started peeping the vibes like, oh yo, shorty about to be on the shit. So son came to me like, yo, you want a job? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, I want a job. I was just about to go to the bubble and let them know, let me work. He like, yo, I got you. Yo, look, this could be me and your crib, boom. He came to me like that. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, nigga, it's about to be my crib anyway, nigga. You bugging the fuck out. You don't know how I move. So boy was actually cool on some... Before I knew what was up, boy was actually cool. I'm not gonna lie. Son was giving me weed, everything I wanted. Like the nigga would just pop up and be like, yo, huh, bro? And I'll be like, oh, perks? Oh, weed? Oh, you lit. It's lit. We lit. And so that's how boy was rocking me to sleep. Pay attention. So one night, I pop up in the middle of the night. Now, niggas be up all night, right? Niggas talking and all that. I'm like, I'm going to sleep. We in the back. I takes over the back corner, the whole back. You come to the crib, the left corner. We all back there. That's where our beds at. You with the team, you sleeping back there, right? So it's nighttime. It's like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, bro. I'm like, yo, I gotta piss. I'm sleepy though. I'm like, yo, fuck that. Boom. I'm telling everybody, yo, niggas about to go to sleep, bro. I'm gonna go piss and it's over. So I go to the bathroom and all I hear is I'm like, yo, no. I'm like, nah. I jet out the bathroom. I'm like, yo. In my head, I'm like, yo, no, I ain't just hear nobody fucking in the bathroom, bro. So now I'm kind of fucked up in the head because I'm like, yo, This is Rikers Island intake house. Yeah, somebody fucking in here? Like, y'all just came off the street. Y'all niggas is fucking. And I knew it wasn't no female. I knew it wasn't no female CO, right? So I'm like, yo, this shit's crazy. I'm like, yo. I wound up grabbing a little milk joint, going to the day room, pissing in the corner. I'm like, yo, close that day room. Told the CO, close the day room. I'm going back to my bed. Oh. So I go to the bed. I'm down my head. I don't even want to know who was that. I'm on some, like, yo, certain shit. Like, niggas would have been wanting to see and all that. Me, that shit, like, I'm like, oh, whoever, y'all niggas some gay niggas. I'm getting the fuck out this crib, right? Boom. So, the next morning, the next morning, a CO come in, right? And she like, yo, because I told you, boy got me the job. So, I was doing the breakfast and all that, right? So, the cart come in, and Shorty like, so I'm helping Shorty out. We take care of everything, and then everybody go back to sleep. So me and Shorty stay out, we kicking it and shit like that, right? So we talking. She was like, yo, how you feel about the nigga who run the house? I forgot this nigga name. I'm like, yo, he cool, he mad cool. She's like, yo, you know son gay, right? I'm like, yo, he gay? She's like, yeah. She's like, yo, this nigga be in here fucking niggas and all that. I'm like, yo, nah. I didn't tell her. I never told her what I heard the night before. I'm just like, yo. In my head, I'm like, yo. I put two and two together. I'm like, yo, what's this nigga? I'm like, yo, it was this nigga. Say less, right? I'm like, yo. I'm like, yo, Shorty, I believe you. I'll totally believe you. She like, yo, Power, you mad funny. She like, yo, you stupid as hell. I'm like, yo, nah. I'm like, that's when I told her. I'm like, yo, I heard some shit last night. She's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, the nigga, she like, yo, son moms is like she the one who let me know his real shit he had going on. So she was like, yeah, his mom's a lieutenant, so she kind of get, he get away with a lot of shit. She was like, it was a few people that came from this house that gave reports that he kind of forced himself on them, and it kind of got quieted up because of who his moms is. I'm like, word? So, my head fucked up now. Now, this is my thing. I don't care what you into. You understand? Everybody have their preference. If you do into whatever you into, I don't care. You understand? I don't judge you. I don't give a fuck. As long as you don't play with me, I'm Gucci. You understand? But in jail, it's totally different. You understand? That's how I am on the street. In jail, it's a little more different because if you got these type of people living in your housing unit in New York, that mean, nigga, you soft. You understand? If you're a nigga that's real right or a real G, you ain't supposed to be in no house with no punks. You understand? Point blank period. So now I'm in my head. I gotta get boy out of here. Point blank period. And now I'm noticing. I'm like, yo, this nigga was being extra nice to me, all type of shit, giving me this and that. I'm like, oh, he tried to. I'm in my feelings. You already know, right? So now I'm already plotting. I'm like, yo, we going. I'm like, so I tell one of my mans, I'm like, yo, yeah, we gotta give him a boy. He like, yo, why what happened? I'm like, yo, son, He's like, yo, bro, I felt that about this nigga, bro. I'm like, yo, nah, everybody saying the same thing, but ain't nobody was saying nothing. You understand? So I'm like, yo, y'all niggas is crazy. I'm like, yo, you been new, you ain't want to do nothing? Like, why you ain't tell me? He was like, yo, bro, I wasn't sure. He was like, yo, but the other night I seen that nigga and the Spanish nigga slide in the bathroom. So I'm thinking them niggas is smoking or some shit. I'm like, yo, bro, I went in the bathroom last night, my nigga, and heard them niggas going. He's like, yo, yeah, bro. He like, yo, the nigga be sliding in there with this nigga, sliding in there with that nigga, right? So the nigga he don't know that we know. You understand? So now we like this. We like, yo, we gonna watch the nigga and see how he move, right? So that I told you the nigga wasn't hip, that we was hip. So we in the back one night. Them niggas is in the front. His bed was in the same row as mine, but he had the first bed and I had the back bed, right? I had the last bed, he had the first bed on the row, right? So we up, we vibing. They up, they vibing. So now we watching the nigga and paying attention to his movements. Now we starting to see that this nigga, he be waiting all day until we go to sleep. And then he slide in the bathroom or whoever he in the bathroom with do their thing and then right? So I told my man, I'm like, yo, we gonna go to sleep and see if some bust a move, you heard? Nigga, he's like, my man, like, all right, cool, copy. Niggas like, yo, if that nigga bust a move, we getting them niggas out of here. Fuck that, right? Oh, so we chilling. Soon as we lay down, act like we sleep. And nigga starts sweeping, mopping and shit like that. He like, yo, can you open the slop sink? Shorty opened the slop sink. The guard opened the slop sink. The nigga mopping the whole joint. Oh, then he slid in the bathroom. Soon as he slid in the bathroom, we see the little Spanish nigga slide in the bathroom too. So me and my man like, yo, this is it, right? He's like, yo, you see it? I'm like, copy, we on them. So niggas don't want to walk in on nothing crazy, so we like, yo, let the niggas, them niggas did what they did, right? Boom. So now I'm furious. I'm like, yo, man, we should have spanked these niggas. We should have caught them in an act so we don't get in trouble type shit. You understand? Because we going to do these niggas filthy. So my son like, yo, Rocky, nah, nigga. We got, like, son got to get shot. I'm like, all right, copy, say no more. I'm like, this the type of time niggas is on. But you got to understand, I just had my first kid. I'm not really on this type of time. All I got is a DV, and I'm trying to beat this shit and get the fuck out, right? But this is how the prison life suck you into to the stupid shit, right? So I'm in there, I'm chilling. It's the next day. The nigga get up. Now I'm totally like, nigga, fuck you. Son, the way I'm carrying a nigga, he start feeling it. He started like, yo, Rocky, what up, bro? So boom. So I'm carrying the nigga on some nigga, you a gump, nigga, get the fuck away from me. I'm not telling him that I know he's wound, but my attitude letting him know. So the nigga go to the CO, I study, and this is this one who put me on. So later that day, the study come to me. She like, yo, Paul, son requesting to get you out the house. I'm like, word? She's like, yeah. I'm like, nah. She's like, yo, what you did to the nigga? You told him or something like that? I'm like, yo, nah. I'm like, yo, I just used to be cool. I used to be cool with the nigga until I found out. I'm like, I can't be cool like that. I can't even fake it. I'm a Sagittarius. She like, yo, I get that, bro. She like, some moms got ranks, so, if they come pack you up, just know where it came from. I'm a hold it as much as I could, but, she a lieutenant, and my hands tied type shit. I'm like, all right. I'm like, don't worry about that. I'm good. She's like, all right. So, boom. So, me and my son, we chopping it up. I'm like, yo, bro, this nigga, we gotta get this nigga. He's like, yo, what happened? I'm like, yo, this nigga trying to get us packed out. He's like, what? He's like, yeah, that nigga know we know, bro. He's like, yo, we gotta move on the nigga right now. I'm like, all right, cool. Now, I'm like, yo, let me call my moms before we spice up and they move us. So he like, all right. So I call my moms. My mom's like, yo, I'm right here she said, I'm right here with the bail people. It was, if you know, in 2017, they came up with these programs where it was like they was bailing people out, right? My mom's went to one of the programs and got me bailed out type shit. So my mom was like, yo, you about to be let go. I'm like, word? So now I'm happy. And so I hang up the phone. I tell my man, I'm like, yo, my mom put the bell in. They about to call me to get out of here. He like, yo, bro, go home to your kid, bro. But watch this. So the nigga, he in the day room, he got a chair in front of him, his feet is up. He got the remote. He doing him. He chilling. He like this. Boom. The nigga didn't even see my man come up from behind the nigga, bro. I mean, literally, the nigga on the chair. I want to lean back, but I don't want to fall. The nigga on the chair like this, thinking he the band. You heard, bro? My man walks smooth operator. You heard that nigga walked up on that nigga moonwalking like he was Michael Jackson. That nigga, he came from right here all the way up the nigga shit. But I mean, literally like this. He caught the nigga face, his neck, all that. Ooh. You know, you understand? You don't like that marking shit, but yeah, sort of way worse than the cut I got on my shit. But son blew this nigga whole shit off, you heard? Now the nigga, he soon son get cut, he get up, soon son, I think he went into shock, but he popped up. The nigga popped up. So we didn't see the blood right away, so I'm like, yo, this nigga scratched him or not? I'm like, this nigga probably had some little shit, you heard? But as soon as the nigga said something, that's when the whole shit opened up. Fuck. Mad blood. I'm like, oh my God, this nigga done killed this nigga, you heard? Son bleeding, son, The CEO, the steady there, she looked at me, she like, power on my time, about to go, nigga, I do paperwork, you fucking crazy. I'm like, yo, that wasn't me. I'm like, yo, that wasn't me. I'm like, yo, my mom just told me she got bad. I'm like, yo, that was not me. Tell them niggas play them cameras. Fuck that. That was not me. She's like, was it you who did it? I'm like, I don't know who did it, but that shit wasn't me. I'm like, yo, I was in the back of the day room. She's like, all right, cool. She's like, yo, who? I'm like, I don't know. Y'all gotta look at them cameras. And man, bro, niggas blew that nigga face off, opened that nigga shit up. Man, all because of, it's okay if you want to be into what you into, but when you try to run a crib filled with gangsters, and you doing what you doing, what you think gonna happen? You heard? That's my little story for tonight, man. That was one of the classics that I was trying to hold in the stash for y'all. Just know we got some bangers, and I'm dropping straight heat all day. I mean, all 2024, we dropping straight bangers. We going up. So I need y'all to get me to that 1,000 subscriber mark. Like this video, comment, share it. That's the only way I'm going to be able to take over this shit. You understand? Place the real G's in the situation that these fake niggas is in. Bite.